This spot is it's kind of a special place for me. When I'm here, I can remember that very day, January 17th, the day my brother passed. He was so at peace. He told me he was going to go get a new hat made. And he said, let's just take a picture. You be eating some kind of snack like you do, and I'll have this hat on, and we'll be looking at the camera, and the caption will be, new hat. He grabbed a couple cowtails, which I ate those, ring pop, hilarious, Laffy Taffy, and a big old box of moon pies. And we took the picture. Sometimes he looked a little haggard. Sometimes he looked a little worn. And my boy looked so good in that picture. And he went on his way. I went back in the chicken house. But that's the last time I seen him. That's my boy. Like, that's my heart. Like, it's my other half. Like, this is something that I'm always gonna have. I'm always gonna cherish. His physical person ain't here, but his spirit is here. He's more real to me now than he ever has been. And he ain't gone. Like, I know, I feel it. It's just something that is just undeniable. In the chicken house, like that was our first job before we actually ever had a real job. Dad, he was the supervisor, and he did, you know, probably more work than we did, but we did the dirty work. Me and Jamie, we did the dirty work. Pick up dead chickens. With one man, it might take an hour. With two men, cuts it right in half.
And there's a pattern that you're supposed to go. It's really a two-man job. And so, you know, most times it's me and Mark, growing up especially, every day, me and Mark picking up dead chickens. So it's teamwork. And if one person's slacking, it messes up the whole team. Just like in wrestling. I got to be able to count on it.
The Briscoe brothers are Ring of Honor.
Mark has never left Ring of Honor. Mark's legacy is built alongside his brother Jay, and they're 13-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions. At different periods in their careers, Jay has become Ring of Honor World Champion, and Mark has pursued the Ring of Honor World Television Championship.
And he's made it known that that's his destiny.
That TV title, that's my destiny. So what do you say, me versus you?
I say, any day I get an opportunity to get in a fist fight with the Briscoe is a good day to me. I accept!
Samoa Joe, you're gonna find out something about the Briscoes. You can hit us as hard as you want. We're just gonna hit you back even harder.
The question that I keep hearing is, can Mark beat Joe? In tag team competition, absolutely.
Joe had a hard time beating us, no matter who he chose as his partner.
Mark Briscoe pins Samoa Joe! The champion retained the title!
And I think back to the violent wars that Mark and his brother Jay had against Samoa Joe and Homicide.
The street fights, the cage match he had with my brother.
And then I think back to the two opportunities that Mark Briscoe had to face Samoa Joe one-on-one. And I think what folks have to realize is that both of those bouts are over a decade ago.
Mark Briscoe, it seems that you've forgotten what you're about to get into the ring with. You remember, Mark? You remember what you get into the ring with? Me! I'm gonna make you remember!
Joe, you got my respect. You earned my respect 20 years ago, but now it's my time.
Mark has all the support in the world right now, and Mark has the clearest head I've ever seen. Mark uplifts us when we are at Ring of Honor.
There's a part of Jay inside of Mark now. You can't deny the heart that he has. You can't deny the eye and the spiritual eye that Mark Briscoe has now, that he needed.
When you're in a tag team, you're spent, you tag out. Well, I can't tag out right now. You know, every chance I've got, television title, I've fallen short. Now, at this point, we need this. We down, but we ain't out.
Joe has beaten the biggest and the baddest. He's beaten the quickest, the fastest. He's beaten the best technical wrestlers. I don't think he's ever beaten someone with a hardened heart that is as big as Mark Briscoe's. And that's what Samoa Joe's up against at Supercard of Honor.
For Mark to beat Samoa Joe on this stage and to become the new television champion, I believe it means everything, not only to the Briscoe family, but to Ring of Honor fans as well. This is Mark's match to win.
Hey, y'all think I'm gonna whoop Samoa Joe's butt?
Yeah!
Y'all want me to bring home that TV title?
Yeah!
Well, I'ma do it then, baby. I'ma do it.
Oh, no, not the knees.
So my kids, they watch Daddy. They wrestle on the couch. They wrestle on the bed. They wrestle in the ring. I gotta do this for them, not only for me, not only for my brother, but I'm doing this for my kids, for my family. There's no other time when you are positioned to be an overcomer, when you are positioned to triumph as when you're at your lowest point. Keep your faith and just know that there's nothing that's too big, nothing that's too bad, nothing that you can't overcome. And that's what I'm gonna prove to myself, to my kids, and to everybody.
Chicken has got what it takes to beat any man on the face of this earth one-on-one. This is one half of them boys right here. The baddest, and he is represented. It's more than just you now.
Sir.
You're representing now.
Yes, sir.
Day one, buddy.
Day one.
Since day one. Your destiny. Your brother told you.
Yes, sir.
It's that time, brother.
Yes, sir.
It's that time.
Yes, sir.
It's that time.
Yes, sir.
It's that time.
You can run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Run on for a long time. Sooner or later, God will cut you down.
You'd have to be crazy right now to bet against Mark Briscoe. He's got a lot of help, and that help ain't on earth right now. And he's got one shot. He's got his best shot to defeat Samoa Joe in Los Angeles.
This is definitely Mark's match to win, and I don't think anything can set that aside.
That gold is yours!
Representing, baby.
Represent, baby! The baddest! The baddest!
Come on.
Tag team, them boys!
Come on.
You representing them
Come on.
with that gold!
Joe, it's my destiny to whoop your ass inside the ring. It's my destiny to bust your ass outside the ring. It's my destiny to drop that froggy bow on you. It's my destiny to hit you with that J Driller. And it's my destiny to become the World Television Champion at Supercard.
Yuka Sakazaki is just the ultimate ball of energy. She is just an incredible athlete, non-stop, kinetic, frenetic, just fast-paced. No one can match her energy, her enthusiasm, her style, and also the level of danger she brings to the ring.
And she's that person that can, like, bring violence, bring decimation to you with a smile on her face.
Yuka Sakazaki. What makes Yuka a threat? Why should I be afraid of Yuka? Yeah, she's traveled around the world. Yeah, she's faced some of the best women in the world. But when she stands in the ring next to a goddess, the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion, do you really think that she could even be my equal?
Athena's been one of the most dominant champions in Ring of Honor women's history, and her consistency comes from planning and preparing for her opponents.
Athena has embraced who she is. We've watched matches where she is literally inventing violence. A lot of the stuff she does after the match, I can attest for. But the stuff she does within the confines of a match is not really illegal. It's just thought of as, why would you do that?
Who cares about honor when you win? I am a dominant champion. I am a fighting champion. Day in and day out, I come here, I work through injuries. I do the blood, sweat, and tears.
Athena doesn't only want to win matches, she wants to win them in such decisive fashion that wrestlers don't want to challenge her for the championship.
Tell me where she is. Tell me where that stupid match is. Get out. Somebody help me. Athena. Let's see what do.
They've been going at it for weeks now, and I think because Athena wants this type of challenge. Athena wants somebody that she feels can go at her in this way. I don't think we're set for the violence we're gonna see in this women's match.
Whew, heading into Supercard of Honor, it's so tough to tell because styles make fights who the favorite is in the Ring of Honor Women's World Championship bout. Athena's a bruiser. She's intense, she's quick, she's fast, she strikes hard, and really, we haven't seen someone do that. Bring the Jon Moxley Jay Briscoe level of violence to the women's division in the history of women's wrestling and Ring of Honor.
It's an uphill battle that Yuka Sakazaki wants to become champion in American Soul. And so I believe she has what she needs to beat Athena, and she could pull an upset victory.
Mina wa Yuka ga aishitemasu. Shakashi, what about me? Watashi wa shihaisha. I'm the champion. We should be talking about everything that I do.
Can we get somebody out here?
Someone put a stop to this.
Oh! No!
At Supercard of Honor, I'm gonna do my own magic trick, Yuka. I'm gonna make you go poof and prove that you're nothing more than a porcelain hussy.
I will not rest until I defeat, for this Ring of Honor Pure Championship, Katsuyori Shibata.
No way! No way!
To have somebody known as the wrestler, as the pure champion, kind of writes his own story. It's somebody that has put his whole career on showing the people, showing the world what wrestling is all about. The striking game, the submission game, the technician game, all of it wraps up in Shibata.
He has just called out Katsuyori Shibata! That's a big call, Riccaboni. That's a big call. It's like calling out Michael Jordan. He has just called out perhaps the best striker in the world.
Katsuyori Shibata is someone that I've always looked up to. He's always been someone that has been all go, no show, and that's something that I always respected and something that I always idolized. He was someone that I watched when I was in my formative years before I even started wrestling, and he was someone that I always hoped that I'd one day be able to share the ring with, and here we are.
To me, there's been no one better in pure wrestling right now than Wheeler Yuta, and he's been exceptionally dangerous now that he's willing to cross into that gray area, to do things behind the referee's back, and to reach out and grab the ropes to save himself. His battles with Daniel Garcia are well documented, and Wheeler Yuta is the only two-time pure champion.
People have been a little confused. They're wondering where this fire came from, where this determination to wrestle and to beat Katsuyori Shibata came from. Well, that fire, it actually came from him. I used to compete for New Japan Strong, and he was always there to look after his students. I would ask him, like, what am I missing? What do I need to get to that next level, to make that next step in my career? And the one thing he always told me was, you need to find that fire. You need to find that determination. You need to find that anger deep inside you that's gonna push you past what your opponent has. And the Blackpool Combat Club has unlocked that for me. But I don't know if Shibata himself has got it anymore.
No matter what you say about Yuta, Yuta's a champion for a reason. One reason why Yuta is champion is the Blackpool Combat Club, the training that they have.
You prepare for a talent like Shibata the same way you prepare for any match. You train, you fight, you study, you make sure that you know every single thing he's gonna do in that ring, and that's what I do. I study my opponents, I look forward, I look at how I can turn their weaknesses into my strengths.
I think the layoff has been just a little bit too long for Shibata. I think that Wheeler Yuta is in more game shape. I think if there was a second or third bout, I think Shibata could and probably would win. But I think right now the hotter hand is Wheeler Yuta, and I think Yuta walks out of Los Angeles the pure champion.
I'm gonna say Shibata, and I'm gonna tell you why. He's a striker, he's a wrestler, he knows the rules. He's the definition of wrestling, he's the definition of striking. The pure division is made for Shibata. I think Yuta has a chip on his shoulder wanting to beat somebody like Shibata because of the Blackpool Combat Club, but he might have called out more than he could chew. I believe we have a new pure champion at the end of Supercard of Honor.
Katsuyori Shibata, you are the wrestler, but I am a killer. There's levels to this, and I'm keeping my championship.
Reach for the sky, boy.
When you think of the Ring of Honor tag team titles, you think the Briscoes.
Jay loved wrestling, he loved his brother, he loved tag team wrestling, and making sure that he took care of his family through wrestling was the ultimate goal.
Will you say we get some of the finest tag teams on this planet? Will you say we hang the Ring of Honor World Tag Team titles from the rafters, and let's call that some bitch the Reach for the Sky ladder match?
Jay Briscoe would be thrilled at this tribute, and there's quite possibly no better way to celebrate his life and career and to crown new Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions than the Reach for the Sky ladder match.
And the list of names in that match is a veritable who's who of professional wrestling. Aussie Open, Rouge and Dralistico, The Kingdom, Top Flight, and the Lucha Brothers.
Ladder war changes you. It not only affects you physically, but it also affects you mentally. Your mind, your body, and your spirit are never the same after a ladder war.
You know you're walking into something that is going to shorten your career. It's definitely a dangerous setting, but it also shows how much someone is willing to go to become Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions.
All the top teams in the world right now, they are throwing their names in the hat. They want to be the torchbearers coming out of Supercard of Honor. You've seen it on Honor Club, whether it's Aussie Open, whether it is the Lucha Bros. We've seen LFI throw their name in the hat. It's been wild right now, and the tag team division in Ring of Honor has almost never been hotter.
Ladder matches are difficult enough, and I mean, if you've got experience in them, then great. The Lucha Brothers have had many, many ladder matches. Matt Taven won his only world championship in a ladder match.
Because this is the Reach for the Sky ladder match, I can't bet against the violence Roosh will bring in Supercard of Honor.
I believe the team that has it all together will be Aussie Open.
A ladder match means that anyone can win at any time.
So, Mark, any advice for the guys in this match?
Yeah! Reach for the sky, boys!
Man like Eddie Kingston can't and shouldn't be Ring of Honor World Champion. Who's the one that quits when it gets hard? I'm not scared of you, Eddie. I'm scared for you.
A man without honor will never be Ring of Honor champion.
What happened between me and Eddie Kingston?
I know you guys want me to tell you how, me and Claudio were friends, and then he didn't do business, and then he brings up me leaving, and he knows why, and I'm not gonna get into that, because that's personal.
And I will never in my life respect you as your attack.
Claudio and Eddie Kingston have a intertwining history that's built upon Eddie Kingston searching for the respect of Claudio Castagnoli.
And I'm gonna embarrass you in front of your family.
You have been ducking and hiding ever since you left, and you know what I'm talking about.
You want my respect, boy? You have to take it from my dead hands.
I do think deep down Eddie is jealous.
There's something intrinsic, there's something animalistic that goes off in the brain of Eddie Kingston when he sees Claudio Castagnoli.
Claudio, you got to me in that sit down.
You know when the training got hard and you were like all of a sudden went back to New York?
To the point where I went back home to Yonkers. I went to church. Went to St. Barnabas Church.
We trained together. We lived in the same house.
And I prayed, and I prayed, and I squeezed my hands, and I knelt, and I prayed and prayed.
And all we had to do is watch wrestling, train, and work out. And we did that for months.
Trying to figure out answers. Why am I the way that I am? Why haven't I gotten better? I got no answer. Went and walked home. I saw Sister Catherine, who's known me since I was 8 years old. And the first thing she said to me, she goes, poor little Eddie, still not forgiving himself.
When times got hard, Eddie left, and I didn't.
It was Claudio Castagnoli who, in 2011, instead of fighting Eddie Kingston one last time, chose to take an offer that changed his life.
I started going to Ring of Honor. I started traveling the world. I went to Japan. I went to WWE. Now I'm at AEW. Now I'm the Ring of Honor champion. Eddie was right there with me, but he decided to go home. I decided to leave home.
I carry a lot of guilt for the stupid things I've done, for the opportunities that I've wasted. I carry that guilt.
Now I have what he claims he wants. I don't think. I know Eddie's jealous. Eddie wonders every night, what could have been?
Who the are you to judge me? But Sister Catherine continued. And she said to me, move forward. Forgive yourself and move forward.
During that ladder match, what exactly happened out there?
I quit AEW. Peace.
Seriously?
People turned on me.
who I felt were my friends.
You're a coward! You're a fake tough guy!
So what do you want me to do? Stay in a company, stay with a promotion where I don't trust anybody. And then I'm gonna go and hurt people. And then I'm wrong.
You choose to pity party yourself and implode it again and again.
I'm gonna move forward. And I'm gonna try to forgive myself.
You quit AEW and just stroll into Ring of Honor.
Oh my goodness.
Finish your unfinished business.
Guess what, buddy? Guess what?
Claudio, he looked like he saw a ghost that night.
I'm coming after that championship.
Wow. This is the Ring of Honor World Championship. Whoever has this championship represents Ring of Honor and represents every single person that works for that company, that watches that company, that loves this company.
You want to be Ring of Honor World Champion? You have to respect it. You have to be real.
Eddie Kingston's mentors, Loki, Homicide, they've held the Ring of Honor World Championship.
You stand on their shoulders. They are giants in this game.
You think you just come in and be loud, and all of a sudden people will listen to you?
And you fake, you mother.
Works with lesser men, Eddie.
I know you, and I know you're fake as.
That does not work with me.
Oh. Let's go. Imagine feuding with somebody early in your career for years and years, and they're that thorn in your side.
I want my shot, Claudio. Give me my shot at the championship.
And you really feel like you've gotten them out the way, and then you get to a place where you're looked at as the top guy, where people are adoring you, where people are literally worshiping you, and they want to see what you're gonna do. They want to hear what you gotta say.
A man without honor will never be Ring of Honor champion.
And your kryptonite walks into the door as the Swiss Superman.
I smiled because I finally thought, yeah, I'm gonna get mine. I'm gonna get my vengeance on a man who said he was my friend and then decided not to do business with me. Was back, and I was gonna be able to get him again. And then all that changed. All that changed at the end of the night when Mox wanted Claudio to be part of his BCC. You're a coward because you didn't do business the first time. So now I'm gonna force you to do business this time. And Mox can't stop none of this.
I don't think you can prepare for somebody like Eddie Kingston.
One who is chosen must not only survive, but thrive through every obstacle.
A brawler comes from evil inside, hurt inside, things you've been through, or anger that you're releasing something.
Eddie Kingston is unpredictable. He's a fighter, he's a brawler, but more than anything, he's authentic.
See, me, it's 24/7. This is who I am. You either take me or you don't.
He's made his intentions very clear that he's not only coming for Claudio Castagnoli, he's coming for the Ring of Honor World Championship.
You want that shot?
Yeah.
You got it. But I'm going to tell you exactly what's going to happen.
This is decades in the making.
This Claudio wanted one way or another.
Eddie will leave nothing on the table. He wears his heart on his sleeve, and he fights it out every single time you step in the ring. So there's no off night, there's no easy night, there's no Eddie Kingston not on top of his game.
I am the chosen one.
I'm gonna chop you, I'm gonna smack you, I'm gonna punch you, I'm gonna suplex you, I'm gonna put you in the stretch plum, I'm gonna try to take your neck and take it off your body.
But what Eddie has to be careful of is the strength of Claudio Castagnoli.
He's been able to harness his craft. He knows who he is. He knows where his strength is. He's been in places where he could build on that and could present it to a world in a way where he's confident in who he is.
I just don't want to kick your ass and make you suffer. I need to show you that you will put respect on my name.
I'm gonna do what I should have done 10 years ago, and I'm gonna beat some respect into you, so next time you utter the words Claudio Castagnoli, you say it with a respect and a fear that you should have when you're looking at your Ring of Honor World Champion.
Because that symbol means more to me than your life means to you. Trust me.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
This is the will to survive.